Okay, it's tier list time. We're not messing about now. Strikers, central midfielders and centre-backs have been covered. Those videos on the channel. This time round, we're checking out the wingers. Right mids, right wing, left wing. And trust me when I say this, there are some serious ballers in this tier list. No, seriously, there are some ridiculous cards in this tier list. So I have to be super critical when separating tiers. S Plus is going to be reserved for the best of the best. Like the seriously high top tier meta cards. S is still going to be phenomenal. A plus, likewise A, B, you get the drift. But just looking at some of these cards down here, I've included a few cams, default cams that have winger alternate positions, because mainly I see them as being used out wide, or maybe that's where their strong position is in my opinion. I've also got a few evolutions. Let me know if I've missed anyone. I've got Rashford, Salma Paraluelo, Werner, Johnson, Marlon and Inaki Williams out of the Evos. I probably missed some cards, so let me know down below. And whilst you're down there, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We are so... I kid you not, I said this yesterday, or Sunday's video. That was yesterday. We're like 800 subs away from 30,000. We're now 600, almost 500 subs away from 30,000. So if you're not subbed, completely free to do so. Smash that button down below. Help me get a step closer towards the goal. And let's go. For cheap and fast EAFC 25 Ultimate Team coins, head over to MMOEXP.com. Link in the description, and make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to save yourself 5% off your order. Alright, we're starting off hot. Ajabade. On the RTG, she's a phenom. Super sub of dreams. This tier list, there's some ridiculous clientele. I can't put her higher than A+, which is still ridiculously nice. I feel like if you can get her in on chemistry, you're on to a winner. If not, super sub potential, definitely want to consider. Adama Traore. Speed boosts, he was there. No longer speed boost being a real thing. He's still there, but the finishing. The finishing is fraudulent at times. Sometimes he's bagging like 20, 30 yard rockets. The next thing, he can't finish his dinner. Like, literally, on the plate, right in front of him, he misses with the fork. Like, it's game over. So, for that reason, I can't quite squeeze him into S+. He's going to have to be an S tier card for me. Salma Paraluelo as well. This is the Power Surge into Ultimate Edition Evo. Potentially. One of the two. So, Chain is very popular right now. And she is dangerous. I'm also going to put her in S, a little bit behind Adama. I just think Adama has that little bit more of an it factor, a bit more of an impact. Salma, still crazy nice at this stage of the game. Really brilliant card. Lauren Hemp up next. Now, looking at this tier list, I don't think we're going to have many cards that really fit in that B tier. Maybe Lauren Hemp. I can't do it. She's got to be A. Like, she's still usable at this stage. Let's be real. We are early game. We're not even a month into the game as far as I'm aware. We're closing in on a month, right? Lauren Hemp, definitely still usable in that A tier. Rafa Leao is going to be the first S+ card. This man is built different. Like, he is an absolute steam train. So fast. So powerful. The finishing. It's a lie. Trust me, 79, it's a lie. When you see pro players having this man in their team or at least on their bench, you know he means business. And if you pack him and you're not getting on with him, just keep sticking with the boy. He'll deliver the goods. I highly doubt that you're not getting on with him if you packed him because, yeah, he's crazy. I've used him so much in draft. He's been my saving light every time I see him pop up. Big fan of the boy. Karim Adeyemi. When Speed Boost meta was a serious thing, this guy was a player. Now, top of A+. I can't quite squeeze him into S. As I said, I've got to be super critical here. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm all open to your opinions as well, guys. Let's be real. It's my tier list, but not everything I'm going to say you're going to agree with. But for me, Adeyemi at the very top of A+. A card has literally just come to me. We need to add one more in. All right, late arrival. Doku is in the tier list. I don't know how I forgot about him. Literally talking about Adeyemi sparked something, but Doku is now in here. Don't worry, that Evo, we're not messing about. Chloe Kelly, similar kind of story to Hemp. Definitely still usable. You can link the two together. Will become outdated very quickly. Pulisic up next. I've got to be critical. I'm sorry to anyone out there who's a fan of Pulisic, but in my opinion, he's not on the level of Hemp and Kelly. Like, he's definitely a usable starter card. If you've got a player of the month, we would be talking. But for me, he's got to be in that B tier. Look at the state of the players above him. Let's be real. You're having every single one of these over Christian Pulisic. Diaby up next. Speed Demon. Once again, a similar story to Adeyemi. I don't quite think he's on the level of Adeyemi though. In regards to starter squads, yes, he's a demon. but top of A in my opinion at this stage. Gonna get outdated pretty quickly. If you need a super sub, this man should be a guy you're looking towards. Kingsley Coman also on this list is going to be towards the end of A tier. Good on the ball, technically. Dribbling's decent. Shooting, a little bit of a letdown. For that reason, he's in the A section. Inaki Williams up next. This man is a sick joke. I'm serious, he's a sick joke. He has to be S. Now, Evos, let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm actually going to put him ahead of Salma here, just behind Adama. Probably one of my most hated cards to play against. That people use him as a striker, as a right mid, as an inside forward. He's got speed, he's got physicality, he's got ridiculously good finishing. 4-star, 3-star this year as well, so the weak foot isn't too shabby. And yeah, the power shots. Power shots are broken right now. If you aren't aware, you can literally pass it to someone who's got power shot playstyle plus. Press the power shot as the first touch of that player. No matter where you're facing, it stands a chance of going in. I'll try and include some of the clips of our reviews coming up. It's ridiculous. It probably will be patched at some point, but for now, ping those power shots. Chiesa, Mr. Cracked. Where are we going to place him? I'm going to put him just ahead of Adeyemi. Ridiculously nice. Like a couple of weeks ago with the speed boost again, since that patch, some of these cards have become a little bit less in demand. But Chiesa kept his price tag. He's still in that 90 to 100k price, which is fantastic if you're packing him. Definitely sell him, by the way. The price will plummet. But at this stage, really, really good. And a player that I hate playing against. He always feels tricky and explosive and can also finish his dinner, which is essential. You know what? I'm changing my mind a little bit, guys. Hemp, Kelly, and Coman are going into the B tier. Yeah, it's happened. It's got to be done. Elise up next, team of the week. He's 4-star, 2-star, which is not ideal. The agility and the dribbling, though, carry the card in my opinion. I'm going to put him in A, just going to sneak him in there. Need a little bit more oomph factor to really level him up anymore, though. Sane in the building. At the start of the game, solid. Like, he's decent. Would I rather a Sane over a Hemp, Kelly, Coman, and Pulisic? Yeah. So I'm going to put him in A tier. A little bit behind Elise. Honestly, any of these 6 here, minus Diaby, you probably could chop and change it, but I'm going to stick with it. Aldasari up next. Came out yesterday. First touch playstyle plus. Decent rolls as well. Inside forward plus. Strong links to like a Neymar, which is nice. But realistically, he's not going to break into your team. I'm going to put him ahead of Elise and Sane, just because I think he's going to be pretty usable in game. Future Evos, he could fit nicely as well, but once again, nothing crazy at this stage. St. Max in the building. Alan. Ever since the speed boost patch, technical, it is leveled up a little bit. Controlled sprint, I'm using it a lot more in my gameplay. So St. Max having technical, he's been a great super sub for me this weekend. I'm putting him in A+, ahead of Ajibade, in between Adeyemi and Ajibade there. Really good, price-wise, a little bit steep. Hopefully, Fenerbahce can secure at least 1 or 2 upgrades for the boy, and then we'll be dreaming. Gabby Martinelli in the building, towards the end of A+. Might be a little bit of Arsenal bias, full disclaimer, I'm an Arsenal fan. But I tried the card out in Div 1, I think last week. When was his team of the week up? It was last week, right? Might have been the week before. And he's good. Really decent on the ball. Finishing surprised me. A little bit lacking in regards to the weak foot. And no playstyle plus isn't ideal. But still, he's definitely a usable card. And reasonably priced as well. Sadio Mane up next. Going to nestle in between Aldasari and Elise. For the price, it's not bad. Saudi League links though. You're lacking a bit unless you pack like a CR7 Total Rush card, or you got a Neymar, you want to incorporate him. Mane, for the price, could be a cheap beast. Rodrigo up next. The big boy. Packed him on the RTG. Unbelievable. I was playing Rush last night. Shout out to the boys on my Discord. I'm not going to put names out, but shout out to you guys. You know who you are. Legends. We dominated. Win streaks galore. If you do want to play Rush, by the way, you're fed up of playing by yourself, I do have a community Discord. I'll make sure to leave a link in the comments. If I don't, just remind me down there and I'll reply with it. Get involved, because playing Rush solo is pain. Either way, Pat Rodrigo from like a player pick. It was fantastic. And this man, he beats Chiesa to A+. Ridiculously nice in game. I play him as a right mid in a 4-1-4-1. I'm pretty certain I just showed you my team at the start of this. Brilliant. So good. Price tags, a little bit steep, 90k. Maybe you should be closer to that 60k price, but still, really do enjoy the card. Big Mo Salah in the building. You are rightfully going to push Adama off the top of S. See, this is where I'm serious. I'm being critical here. Salah is S tier, which is still ridiculously good, broken, great cards. But, I mean, there's better cards out there, which are going to be up here in S+. So, Salah towards the top of S. Crazy nice finesse shots. You green time with finesse shots in the back of the net. The dribbling's brilliant. The AI, the movement off the ball, crazy hard to like kind of manage. But you always know Salah's going to cut in on his left foot. At least that's what normally people do when I'm playing against him. So weak foot could be better, but it is what it is. It's early game. Still an S tier card. Brennan Johnson, the Canon Evo, 50k in the building. I'm going to nestle him in around here. A little bit ahead of Gabby Martinelli. Definitely decent. One for the Spurs fans out there for sure. And this man's on fire in the real world. I swear he scored like 7 games in a row for club and country, which is insane. Going under the radar as an FPL pick. Obviously being an Arsenal fan, probably won't go there, but could be a shout. You never know. Morsey insider FPL knowledge there. Still, the Evo's really good. 50k. Definitely the best one out of that Canon Evo for me. Noah Lang in the building. I'll put him in A tier. Probably about here. Decent at dribbling. Ball carrying's there. A little bit less, a little bit left to be desired when it comes to the rest of the card, though. Luis Diaz. Okay. Luis. Yeah, I'm going to get you an S. I'm going to get you an S tier for sure. I played against him yesterday in Champs. I beat the guy, but Luis Diaz was a nightmare. My man kept just going and going with the boy, just running, and I couldn't catch him. And I had quick for fullback. I had Gusto, the Evo, so I struggled out there. Ridiculous card. The finishing's good once you're in the box as well. Dribbling's brilliant. Same with the speed. Sick dynamic image. No playstyle plus. Maybe we'll fit an Evo coming up in the next couple of months as well. So that's one to keep an eye on. But honestly, yeah, Diaz, really, really tidy card. S tier for sure. Lauren James. Total rush. See what I mean when I say there's levels to this? You know what? I think I'm probably keeping Rafael, which might be controversial because Lauren James is worth a lot. Rafael just about edges it for me. Trust me, this guy has bailed me out a lot in draft, okay? So he's up there for now. Lauren James, though, in the S+. Easy. Ridiculously solid. Like, she's got physical power to back up the dribbling and speed. And the finishing, it's insane. Tricks the playstyle plus this year as well. Really nice animations. Enhances the dribbling for sure. Adds a bit of fun factor as well for me. She's comfortably in the S+ tier. Rafinha, right alongside Luis Diaz. I'll put you a little bit ahead, actually. I loved this card when I tried him out. I posted a video on my channel, actually. This was around the time the speed boost and the Trivellas were being proper, like, you know, used and abused. This man was the guy. Oh, my days. He still scores Trivellas for days. Speed boosts obviously aren't much of a thing anymore, but crazy nice pace as well. Weak foot's a bit of a letdown. Finishing was a bit fraudulent at times, but still, in my opinion, an S tier card. Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams. Talk about premium SBCs. 273k for this card was ridiculous. EA should have been closer to 100k. Either way, I'm still going to put him in the A+. I'm going to nestle him in here because he's got really nice ball control, man. The dribbling is fantastic. Cutting on that left foot, you'll score finesse shots. You can beat a man to the line. Lack of weakness there, but he's definitely usable, even for that price tag. And now Nico Williams. By the way, if you're watching this, like, and you've not skipped forward to the end, I don't actually know. I think my retention for these tier lists is pretty good. But if you are watching, comment down below 500k down the drain, okay? I want to see it in the comment section. No context, just put it down there. Let me know you're still watching, you're not skipping ahead. Nico Williams, though. Was it 500 plus K, 600k down the drain? That's a tough one. I personally don't think so. I think at this stage, even though the price, he's comfortably an S tier card. Like, you cannot deny it. Yes, the serious premium price was there, but this man is ridiculous in game. As an inside forward in that left mid role, you could beat anyone for speed, even with the lack of speed boost. Controlled sprints there as well, and 4-star, 5-star, the finishing. Even if the shooting's low, he'll come in clutch with goal. Shirky up next. Ryan Shirky, 5-star, 5-star. Might be controversial. He's got a bit of a premium. I'm going to put him towards top of A+. I actually really enjoyed this card. I used him in the One Nation friendly thing as a cam. But as a right mid, a right winger, cutting on that left foot or hitting the line with your right foot, you got 5-star, 5-star, of course. Flair playstyle plus for the vibes. Brilliant, brilliant, nice option. Similar kind of story to Gavalet Scalia, who's also in the A+ tier. Chemistry with this guy is just a nightmare. Unless you've got a Serie A hero, some icons in your club, or a lot of Serie A players, you're struggling to get him in on free chemistry. I'm not sure there's a Georgian manager, actually. Let me know down below if there is, because that could be a cheeky alleyway into it. But either way, Kvara, really, really nice, solid card. Love his dribbling. The 5-star, 5-star again. You can't deny it. The boy's cracked. Trinity Rodman up next. I bought her for 160k, by the way. I bought her and Julie Faldy when I packed Smith a few weeks ago. Foudy for 500, Trinity for 160. Foudy's now like 800k, Trinity's like 360k. The demand for the USA NWSL cards is up here. And Rodman, undeniably, I'm putting her ahead of Adama Traore. I've used this card for about 150 games, something like that. I reckon I've got a similar, maybe even more goal contributions. The link-up play, the speed, the Trivellas. I know Trivellas are broken. It doesn't matter. She scores them for fun. She could beat anyone on the pitch. Up against the Teo Hernandez, who seems to be like the biggest warrior on that pitch. Trinity's got him in her pocket. She's spinning him. She's gone. And the link-up play is brilliant. Really, really fantastic card. I can't see myself selling it anytime soon, especially with the Morgan SBC as well, who's currently my favourite striker, her and Sophia Smith. So, yeah, comfortably S tier. Cole Palmer, Chippy Chips himself. Chippy Chips, where am I going to put you? I'm going to put you here, actually. I quite like the card. I think he's decent for the price point as well. He's not going to, like, absolutely take over your team. He's not a serious catalyst player, but for the price, you got dead ball playstyle plus. Play him out wide, cutting in as an inside forward. You'll get goals, you'll get assists. I think he's decent for Premier League teams. So if you're looking to get him in, definitely consider it for like 60, 70k. I think it's a fantastic price. The Werner the Burner. Similar kind of story to Brennan Johnson. I think I'm going to nestle him in A+. He's not quite on the level of a Naki and Salma, but still, he's got the speed. He's deadly with the power shots. Are you really still using him though? Let me know down below. I feel like he might become outdated a little bit quicker than some of these cards here. Raheem Sterling. Oh, the frustration, bro. The frustration. Why? Why are EA dropping so many of these cards 250k plus? Like, we have no way of getting fodder. The only way to get fodder is by grinding the game, getting rewards. But by the time you do that, you've probably done an SBC or two. And they keep dropping 200, 250, 300k plus cards. It's a nightmare. Sterling, 4-star, 3-star. Like, he's good. It's similar to Nico Williams in the way that, yes, put price aside, he's definitely a usable card. But in my opinion, he's no higher than like A+. I'm going to put him a little bit behind Chiesa, actually. I think Chiesa, I'd probably rather have him over Sterling, and that's being an Arsenal fan. Let me know what you think down below, though. I will do the SBC because I'm an Arsenal fan, and I like the first owner Arsenal players, but frustrating one in my opinion. Alejandro Garnacho. Where am I going to put you, lad? I think you're comfortably in the S tier, right? I'm going to settle you alongside Nico Williams here. I like the card. I think he's really good, man. I've played against him a lot as well. You've got good finishing, good speed, good dribbling, and of course, it's upgradable. Even though Man United might not be favourites to progress too far, they're going to get wins, man. They have to. They'll turn it around. He should secure an upgrade or two. I think he's really decent. Here we go. Caroline. Caroline, S+. Comfortably the best winger so far on this tier list. Potentially the best winger on this tier list is Caroline Graham-Hansen. She's a cheat code. You can literally hold right trigger and nobody's stopping you. You can just run, cut in, score goals, link up the play. She feels ridiculously quick and snappy on the ball. The shooting is lethal. She's crazy good, man. And probably too cheap. I think she's under 900k. I'll double check that in a second, but I think she's under 900k. If so, that's a steal for this card. Oh, M9. Donyal in the building. Donyal Marlon. Absolutely love his card. Am I going to sneak him? You know what? Top of A+. I don't think he's quite on the level of a Naki and Salma, but Donyal Marlon, I love him. I've got a soft spot for M9, bro. I think he's fantastic. If you've done him, GG's, good choice for your Evo. Let me know if you'll put him higher. I'm all ears. Marcus Rashford up next. Comfortably S. I'm actually going to put him... I'm going to put him about here. This man this weekend, okay? Played him as a left mid, as an inside forward. The power shot's obviously broken. Take that aside. The dribbling. You could just toy with your opponent with this card. It feels so premium, so jammy, like a Marcus Rashford has always felt on this game. And for 50k, it's a steal. If this card was on the market, 5-star, 3-star, those stats is going to be worth way more than that. I think he's brilliant. Defoe up next. Decent stat-wise. Can definitely come in clutch with some chemistry if you've got some French Women's League cards. I'm going to put her in the A tier. I'm going to nestle her about here, in between Noah Lang and Elise. Decent, but not insane. Neymar Jr. This man is 35, 36k. What has happened, bro? How is Ney that cheap? Even as a super sub. He's insane, man. Like, he definitely outperforms the stats. That's noticeable for sure. Pretty certain he's got like his OG body type as well. The dribbling's enhanced. He feels fantastic in game. I'm going to put this man comfortably around here, man. You know what? Shirky, Kvara. If I look at all these cards, I'm probably having Neymar over all of them. It's just chemistry's a little bit of an issue, right? Unless you've got an Aldasari, a Cancelo, get him in on full chem comfortably without sacrificing much of the team is the issue here. But still, for the price, really big fan of Neymar. Every time, a little alert, right? By the time I get to a certain stage of a tier list, to move the camera. So apologies for that, guys. We've got Jeremy Doku. We've got 87 rated, road to the knockout, and his evolution, which in all fairness, there's not too many like dissimilarities there. Is that a word? I hope so. Speed's almost identical, shooting's almost identical, passing's a little bit better, dribbling's like +1, same with the other stats. But this card's 800k, which is insane. I'm going to put him at the top of S tier. I don't think he's quite on the level of these three, but I do think he's still fantastic. It's just the dribbling, man. The speed's brilliant. 4-star, 3-star, and the shooting is good enough. Evo probably is still an S tier card, I think. I'm going to put him towards the very end of S tier. Very, very end. As I said, there's not too many differences here. I think he's still fantastic. And for the price of this, man, like it's definitely a no-brainer. I think the Evo is actually R3. You just got to get the card, which is like 6k, which is crazy. This one's obviously got the value because it's a live card and can get updated pretty quickly. Dembele, Uzi Boozy, comfortably in that S tier. I'm going to put him just a little bit behind Nico Williams. Very similar cards, almost carbon copies on paper. Just crazy cracked, and Ligue 1 lacking right now. Like, you don't have a lot really going for that league. Dembele probably is the serious heavy hitter there. Kola Moani has an Evo. You've also got the likes of Hakimi. Good way to get him in on chemistry. I think he's quality, man. Really, really nice. Don't know what his price is at this stage, but still, I think he's a brilliant card. Claudia Pina in the building. Claudia, no finesse shot playstyle plus, man. That's the frustration here. Is she an S tier card? I'm going to put it towards the top of A+. Now, 100% going to get upgrades. Undeniably, she should get at least a +2, right? And I think, is it a playstyle plus? Is that the third upgrade? I'm almost positive it is. But Claudia, she's brilliant, man. Really good in game. And as I said, I've got to be pretty critical. S tier is getting very oversaturated right now. Claudia, you could basically headline the A+. Bradley Barcola. Like, see what I mean when I said there's some serious premium in the winger positions? Bradley Barcola is going to go in the S tier. Similar, once again, to Nico Dembele. You don't really see much differences here, just the leagues, right? And I just said there's no Ligue 1 cards. Dembele, Barcola, as a duo, you are flying on the wings, man. I think he's brilliant once again. Of course, Arsenal put an end to PSG, securing at least a win or goals. So, upgrades, I don't know. I do trust PSG to come with the goods at some point in the Champions League. But for now, he's lacking a bit, but still S tier comfortably. Starboy Bakayo. Oh, it pains me to do it, but I'm putting him A+. I think he's really good. I liked his gold card a few weeks ago. I thought he was solid. So the upgrade's there. He's going to be usable for sure. But I don't quite think he can get in the S tier. Similar to Phil Foden. Phil Foden's also going to be in that A+. I'm going to put him just behind Marlon because M9 gets the privileges, man. He's a premium baller. Foden, still solid, really good. Price-wise, it's plummeted as well. For the price, similar to Neymar, you got a really nice card there, but I don't quite think he's on the S tier. Swanson is an SBC that I am 100% going to be completed on the main account. To link to Morgan, Smith, Rodman, Fowdy. It's going to be dominated by NWSL cards at the main account. It just has to be at this stage, right? So Swanson, I think, is brilliant. 4-star, 5-star. Loved her gold card. Not tried this version, but I reckon she has to be in that S tier. I'm going to put her alongside Marcus Rashford about here. A little bit this side of him. Like, you've got 4-star, 5-star. Crazy dribbling. Ridiculously agile in game. She's going to be a nightmare to play against and a nightmare for your opponents to play against. So, it's a fantastic card. Definitely consider her. Diani in the building. Do I think Diani's S+? That's the question. I think she's S. She's definitely S tier. I'm going to put her here, just behind Jeremy Doku. This is tough, by the way. This is the toughest tier list we've done so far. Because just look at the state of the A+, the S tier, and the S+. There are some insane cards. And remember, let me know down below if you agree or disagree with any of my placements here. If you think cards should be higher or lower in the tier list, I'm all ears. But in my opinion, Diani, she needs an upgrade or two just to level her up to the S+ tier. A little bit behind the likes of Doku, Lauren James, and these guys. But still, a phenomenal card. Let's not get it twisted. Beth Mead. A little bit underwhelming, Beth. Apologies, mate. B tier for you. She's usable? She's usable. Let's leave it at that. Lionel Messi. Oof. This is an interesting one, you know. I feel like Messi rightfully should claim the S tier, but I just don't know if he's got it this year. I don't know if he's got it. Chemistry is, of course, a little bit difficult, inevitably, until they release a flashback Suarez. He's got technical, which will help with the dribbling. Speed, I don't think is much of an issue. And I did enjoy his goal card. But, you know what, I can't not have him in S tier. He's on the very end of it, though, okay? It's controversial. I could put him here alongside Claudia. But just because, you know, Messi gets the creds, man. And I think he does feel a little bit more premium in game than a Claudia Pina and most of these guys. So, S tier for me. Righton, okay. Comfortably about here. She's brilliant. Ridiculously nice card. On a budget, definitely consider her. I use her with Salmon in my RTG account. The Trivellas are crazy. Just the ball carrying, the dribbling. She's got speed. Ruthless finishing in the box. Brilliant option on a budget. Heung-min Son team of the week. In we go, lad. In we go. Another S+ card. It was about time. I don't know if he's more of a striker or an out-and-out winger. He could probably play both places. I think if I had a son, probably would use him as a striker, though. Either way, the finesse shots, just the body type, the premium feel in game. This man is cracked beyond belief. And one of my most feared players when I go up against him. Same with Rafael. I think he's brilliant. Actually, you know what? You can settle in number 2, lad. And then last but not least, no surprise to anybody, Vinny Jr. takes the number 1 spot. Has to be done. That's it. I'm happy. Vinny, by the way, I don't need to touch on. You know he's insane. The dribbling's crazy. The finishing's crazy. He has everything you need to be seriously meta and overpowered at this stage of the game. That's it. The wingers tier list is complete. That was the most difficult one by far. Let me know what you think down below. I might have got a few people mixed up. The A+ probably could be rearranged in all fairness, so feel free to correct me on it. Same with the S. S+ I'm pretty confident on. I feel like those are the top 5 in my opinion if you can pick anybody. But let me know what you think down below, guys. I've been Morsey, subscribe, you know. Fullbacks up next. That's the next tier list, so stay tuned for that one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you later.